Well, the sun ain't been out all day, but as soon as I decide to come outside, that works. Well, here's my latest purchase of, well, Mustang parts. Let's just go that way. I found these on Craigslist, and the drums were already in there, but the springs, the entire power steering system, which the hoses are junk, and the pump looks like a GM pump. And I see welded brackets on it, so I don't know if it's a GM one or not. It doesn't really matter. The guy actually was changing his front end over to an independent front end, and with a Mustang 2 spindles and steering rack and whatnot. So anyway, he sold everything here. So I've got my V8 spindles finally, and I've got the power steering, which this car does not have. Now I'll replace most of the other parts of it, but at least I have some of the working ends to where I know how this actually hooks up and works, because I still don't know how Ford makes this work without the steering box itself is not power assist at all. It all works off of this cylinder, and I guess that proportion and deal, or however that goes back and forth. But anyway, I'll make this work either way and whatnot. So now I have, besides my disc brakes, I now have everything to change this over to a 5-lug front and rear, except drive shaft, which I pull. I think I told you this before. I pulled the drive shaft out. It's not even close, so I'm gonna have to go find a drive shaft. So anyway, with that said, let me forgive the camera. I'm gonna walk back in the garage. I did not do a very good job of cleaning this up, and I don't remember if I actually took a video of this done or not. It's dusty because I haven't been here for at least a week. But anyway, this is buffed, and then it's actually completely done, even all the way down to shouldn't be touching it, even having it waxed, but it is just absolutely smooth as glass now. And I did the trunk, got the quarter and the sail pan. Like I said, I'm not sure that I actually did a video on it or not, but another reason I'm doing it is because I'm going to start on the hood, and you can see, of course, my light's reflecting off of it. I may have already taken a video of this, but now those scratches are not coming out. That's permanent. But these other ones, this is, I wish that light wasn't in the way. No matter where I go, I'm going to have one on the road, looks like. But anyway, this hood is, like I said, it was used as a storage shelf for a long time now. I haven't taken the dust off this side, but anyway, I kind of want to give you just a quick, this is what it looks like to begin with, and then I'll show you some when I'm done. The back is hard to see because I don't have the garage door open, and it's still kind of warm out. I got the air conditioner going in here, and I think it's about 76 in here right now. I'll just soon not open that up. But anyway, that's just a quick, I don't know what has gotten on that. It almost looks like plastic melted on that or something. I don't know what they've done to it. There were some runs, I could actually see them, and I don't know if they overheated the paint or what, but it's actually bubbled. I don't know. It's hard to see. You can't see it. There's lights reflecting off of it so bad. But anyway, that's what I'm doing right now, and I got the shifter knob. I actually cleaned it up, but it didn't have a jam nut behind it, so when you tightened it up, it was in the wrong place. I actually cleaned the grooves out there of the shift pattern, and then just paint. I had some silver metallic paint laying around, and just shot some silver on it, and then wiped it off with some brake cleaner. And so anyway, now my wife will be able to tell, because she can drive a stick. That's not the problem. She's never driven a 3-speed. I have a funny feeling she's going to be backing up a lot more going forward from a stop sign until she gets used to where first gear is. And I found out why my horn and turn signals do not cancel. This is not the right, look at that gap between there. This is not the right steering wheel for this car. I don't, either that or the column's not right. I'm not really sure. Sometime in the past something must have been changed. I've taken it apart 3 or 4 times to try to figure out why that won't go down any further than it does, and taken all the springs out and everything to try to, and you're looking for key weight. It doesn't matter. This is as far as, it won't go any further down. So my next step is the steering wheel is replaced anyway. It's cracked. Really, it's actually in really bad shape, and I think that's part of the reason why it's not going down. Is that right behind that horn cap, when you can kind of see that crack. You've seen it there, where the thing is cracked everywhere, and I think it's separated in there. and for some reason it's not allowing it to go down, or it's just like I said, it's the wrong steering wheel or steering column for this particular car. I don't know which, but everything's bolted back down. Now the seat actually wasn't bolted down. I only had one bolt in there until I got the wiring done, made sure everything worked. So now everything's bolted down. Now I'm going to clean the carpet, put some new floor mats in, and besides the steering wheel issue, obviously, then it should be, the interior should be about done. I don't have the, I've got the rubber, I bought it. This was missing the seal. It goes all the way around the bottom of the door and then comes back up to, here's another pin. It's right here. You can't see it really well. It's just too dark in here. But anyway, that's where that it starts, and you actually, you pin it and then you use some type of perma sticky, whatever you want to call it, to put them on. But these were missing when I got the car, and as I know, he told me, he said, "Man, this heater doesn't work very good. There's a lot of breeze coming in." Well, I imagine there was, because I could see daylight when you're driving down the road from around the door. So anyway, this is where I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to start buffing that out, and I'll take a video of this side. Now the other side isn't quite as bad because you couldn't get to the other side to put boxes on. Like I said, I got window. It's just a mess in here. But I mean, yeah, I always whine, either isn't enough light or it's too much light. There doesn't seem to be just right. So anyway, I'm going to start on these and then kind of give you another video after a while, and then you know, show you what ends up being. Like I said, I don't want to show you guys how I'm doing it. I'm not showing you really most of the equipment and stuff I'm using. It's just kind of a quick shot of what it looks like and what it is, because every paint, every car is different. And this really needed to be color sanded first. To be honest with you, it needs completely repainted, but I'm just not going to do that right now. And it really needs to be color sanded. I do not know how thick the paint is. I'm almost positive it's a single stage paint. It's 20 years old, and so I'm almost sure it's a single stage paint. It's got runs in it. You can't see it because it's too dark in here and the paint's so dark, but you get down there and look at it just right with light. The whole passenger door waves at you as you walk by. It is terrible. The paint is thin. I don't know if you can see this. You can actually see it's not even the same green color right here, and then it's thin here, and then it's really, you can see it's I mean, I can't fix that. There's nothing I can do. Matter of fact, I don't even want to take the buffer to it, just for the simple fact I'm afraid I'm going to burn through it. But they did the same thing. I mean, I don't know what they did. I don't think they painted it upside down. Maybe they rolled the car on its roof. I don't know what they did. And it's a terrible, terrible paint job. There's no other words for it. And so, anyway, I'm going to buff this out. It will clean up, except those ugly scratches. Like I said, that's pretty much down to the primer, it looks like. Those aren't going to clean up. And there's a few here that I'm positive will not clean up. But the trunk came out real good, and I have a feeling this is going to come out pretty decent. I could, like I said, I could color sand it if I need to. I don't want to burn through it, but it may be, maybe just the best thing to do to try to get some of this out. Anyway, I'll mess with it, see, and I'll show you later. See ya.